Okay, so let's get started. Today's topic, financial JavaScript. And then today is an introduction mainly. Uh, okay, so today's topic is the weekly news and then Corona update and then financial JS topic. Mainly these two, I'm gonna talk about this financial JS. So the first part is I will talk about the Google Finance with Google Sheet, because that is for non-programmer. You don't have to write any code. Then second one is it's more heavily for the programmer. That would be I'm gonna use Electron and then NPM, and then also I can use a bunch of the NPM related to some the chart or those stuff. So yeah, so it's gonna be very interesting. So let's go to weekly news. So this is last 1 week. So the tech side is recovering now, like Microsoft, Apple, Google, Nvidia, or many of them. It's currently recovering. Tesla is also. Then still steadily it's going up. It's the financial area, JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs or those stuff. And then also let's go to the ETF. Yeah, ETF is also naturally, since the individual stock is also going up, then naturally many of the ETF is recovering now. And then so then let's go to, so the Bitcoin has crashed like recently, last 1 or 2 weeks. Bitcoin is going down. It used to be like 60,000 or over 60,000, but now it's close to 30,000 to 40,000. So yeah, it was a huge crash. Based on this, many of the stock which they having the Bitcoin, like for example, like the Tesla or many other the stock is also going down because of this. But still, however, some other company, like for example ARK, right? They are very aggressively buying now. After this Bitcoin is getting cheaper, then they are aggressively keep buying, and then so let's see like whether this one is going up again or not. And then inflation rate is currently is going up now. Previously it was 2.6, now it's 4.2. That is April. And also the dollar index is also keep going down. Then 10 years yield bond is around 1.6, 1.5, around there. It's steadily staying there. It's not going to 2% yet, but so this one also we have to see. The consumer confidence is coming down, but I think the US market, the economy is recovering drastically, especially after this COVID-19 vaccine. The Pfizer and the Moderna mRNA vaccine is working, and then the society is almost back to normal. Not completely, but it's getting to the normal way. So let's see like whether because of this they actually stop to support, like for example previously whoever unemployment people who doesn't have the job, they used to get the support from the government or state, but now I think they cut some of for this support, because government want them to come back to the labor industry, like the labor market. So so because of that they stop supporting for. So that also happening now. Employment rate is going down, but the last 2 to 3 months it's almost the same, 6 to 6.1. And then gold and Bitcoin, it's going to opposite way. Bitcoin is going down, and then gold is going up now. Okay, Corona update. So the many of the Asia, including the Singapore, it's significantly affected by the Indian strain. And then also, on the other hand, the EU or like UK or the US, any of this, the Europe, the developed country, they are recovering very significantly because of the COVID-19 vaccine. And then that will affect a lot. That will give them the good impact. And then so this is very it's opposite way. Like Asia is getting worse, and then US and the EU is recovering now. And this is the latest one, today's one. United States, it's still like a downtrend for the new case. That means like they are recovering. That is good. And the vaccination is still steadily going up. Recently, it's slightly getting flatter, but still getting better. Then daily new confirmed COVID-19 case per million people. This one also compared to like maybe like 2 to 3 months ago, most of the countries the new case is going down, which is good. The share of the people who received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, that is also keep going up. Israel is still number one, more than 60%, and then second one is the United Kingdom, and then rest of the things is following. By the way, this one is not only talking about the mRNA vaccine, it's also including the many other vaccine, the vector vaccine also. So some country, like for example Chile, it's not giving good efficacy compared to the other country, but still they are trying to make effort. Okay, now back to this financial JavaScript topic, and let's go there. Firstly, let me explain about the history of the JavaScript. Okay, so the JavaScript is actually rapidly it's evolving, and then until this is very famous the blog. If you don't know about this, then you can just go check how to feel to learn the JavaScript in 2016. But actually why I brought this one is because like, until the 2016-2017 the JavaScript, the evolution was so quick, very quick. Recently it's steady, like 2020, 2021. It's almost many of the people are using mostly like React, and then it's the library also nowadays steady. But previously, until around 2016-2017, it's so rapid. The evolution was so rapid. So if we look back about the history of the JavaScript, it's starting from the Netscape and the Internet Explorer. First is the Netscape, right? They brought this JavaScript. And then what is the JavaScript? JavaScript is giving us like some dynamic change in the HTML. And then like 1995 or around that time, only thing that we could do is we can show some the alert, or we can move the text from right to left or something like that. It's very simple things they could do. Then after that they keep evolving, and in 2000 and then around that time most of the majority of the people are using the Internet Explorer. By the way, like recently the Internet Explorer, Microsoft announced that they will completely don't support anymore after next year. So, but anyway, so around that time, like 2000, they brought the Firefox, and also they brought this Safari, all those stuff. So ES3 and then ES4, and then 2005 or 2006, that time the Google, they brought the Google Map, which is they brought the Ajax, Ajax way. How they do this? Like, why is it? This one was kind of revolutionary. The timing, and then what they brought us is very interesting things. What this means is previously until here, the JavaScript was almost dead language. It's because many of the people start using Java, and then Java related technology around that time, and then nobody is looking at the JavaScript much. But at that time, they brought this Google Map, and Google Map brought this Ajax way. What is the Ajax way? What they did is instead of like reload every the page in the website, they just partially reload it. Then how they do that? They just use the JavaScript to some particular area only. Like they just reload only some particular area. So that they brought here, and then that was very useful. Then since then, many of the people realized the client's the potential. Then the jQuery, they brought the jQuery that is more easier compared to normal regular JavaScript. They just made a good library here, and then after that 2010, around that time, then Node.js was introduced. The Node.js was very another revolutionary thing. It's because JavaScript was basically a language for the client side. It's only for the browser, but they brought this technology, like this technology into the server side. So even though they don't hire Java engineer, they can still utilize the same JavaScript engineer in the backend. So the backend and then front end, they could use the same person. And then since then, many of the people start using the Node.js, and the Node.js, the idea actually again contribute to the front end. And the front end also start using the Node.js by using the Browsify or many of this library. So then React and the Angular, it was introduced around 2014-2015, and then the React is basically a component-based library, which once you create, it's kind of similar to the Java. Java has a class, and then once you create the Java, then you don't have to, you can just utilize for the many instance. And then same things goes to this React. React is a component base. The component, once you create one component, you can utilize this component in the different place. You don't have to do the copy and paste. Okay, so this is kind of like what happened, like 2007 GWT, 2009 EXT JS, 2012 Knockout.js, 2013 Backbone, 2014 Angular, 2015 React, like that. So they keep evolving. And after, so this is 2021's data from the Stack Overflow. And then currently the most programming script in the markup language, the most popular technology in the 2021 from this Stack Overflow again is the JavaScript and the HTML and the CSS. Then third one SQL and Python, Java, like that. So JavaScript is still very popular. Then question over. So this is another interesting thing. Like I brought this one from the tag trend. That is again the Stack Overflow tag. Which one is more popular? This is the React versus the Angular, and then React is currently it's more popular compared to the Angular. React Native, that is the mobile technology. Versus Flutter, it's also a mobile technology. This is a hybrid application. When we want to create the iOS and the Android both, you use like either one of them. Then currently the most popular one, recent popular one is Flutter. So yeah, this one is very interesting. So around before 2020, they surpassed like Flutter surpass React, but React is still very popular in the website. Yeah. And then this is the JavaScript, most popular language in the GitHub. Then JavaScript is still very popular. Why JavaScript? Then JavaScript actually they can utilize many of the things, many of the platform. For example, if you want to create the desktop application, we can create from Electron or nw.js. But currently, most popular one is Electron. For example, if you want to use like many of the famous applications, like for example Visual Studio Code, they are using this Electron. Even like the Microsoft is using Electron. They are not using the C# or they are not using C++. They are using this JavaScript with the Electron. And the mobile area, many of people are using the React or Flutter. Also, it's not here, but Ionic also famous and the native script. Ionic is actually slightly different. They are using Cordova as a technology. What they are doing is like they are using a web view. They are utilizing web view, make the web looks like the native application. So it's not native, but React and then Flutter, they are generating the native script, code. Okay, then the backend is also, many of them they have so many framework, but nowadays I realize many of people start using the Next.js. Next.js is server rendering by React, so the React is still contributing there. And the front-end area, they have many, but mostly people start using the React and the Angular, especially React. And web audio, web RTC, web VR, and then interesting topic here, the article here is now like previously the Java's the ambition was okay, so we don't have to care about the platform. Once we write, then it has to run anywhere. But that actually didn't happen because like the Java couldn't run in the mobile or many other platform. Now the mobile is very important, right? But after Chromium is like the open source project supporting for the Chrome, supported by the Google. Chromium is contributing a lot for the many platform, not only the mobile, but mobile and PC and many other stuff. So most of the platform is supporting web. Web is kinda Java virtual machine nowadays. So based on this the web technology, we can run many things. So that's why I say we can create the desktop application, mobile application, web based on web technology. This is another one. So the build through the gulp or browser file. Just now I mentioned the Node.js the idea brought back to the client. The Node.js is basically around 2009. The idea for the client technology was applied to the backend, but now it's back to the front end again. So they are contributing each other. State management, many of the people are using Redux. Package management, it's NPM, and then also Yarn. Then JS support set and TypeScript. Now people are start using more TypeScript. Not many people are using CoffeeScript anymore. TypeScript is the most very the popular one, and also Dart. Dart is another the language subset of the JavaScript, but Dart is also it's mainly used for the Flutter. Okay. The ecosystem front-end, back-end with the same language performance speed is nearly same as the native code backup from the vendor and then community. So the JavaScript is backed up by many big company, Google, Microsoft, Apple, many companies, because like the JavaScript is the main technology for the web web, and then web is basically mainstream for many platforms. So that's why. Okay, so if you want to see about the current trend, I can recommend this site, JavaScripting site. If you go there, then you can see like which one is more popular. Okay, so then one of the things, if you don't want to write any of the source code, but if you just want to see like how it looks like, and if it's easy to maintain and also check about your portfolio, I can recommend you can just use like Google Sheet. And then basically like Google has it's called like Google app script. It's basically that one's made by the JavaScript. And then one of the things we can do from here is we can just write this. Okay, I can show you here if I have. Okay, here. So this is one of the things. Currently, yeah, its market is now open, so that's why it's moving. But like for example, this one, right? The financial Google Finance. This is a function. If you just write like this, then A3 is Microsoft, and then I just check about the price. Like the parameter I put like a price, then I can get the price. If I want to get like a market cap, then I can get the market cap, EPS, PER, and then PSR is not there. So change percentage compared to the previous day. 52 weeks high, that is if we can just put the parameter like this, then we can see that one. Likewise, and also this one is interesting. If you want to see the graph, you can just specify like this ticker code, price, and then today. And then this one is days, so like compared to 3 months ago till now, how the graph looks like. So this is how we can see from this Google Sheet. Also, you can also have many things. You can write your own script by just going to this script editor, and then from the script editor you can just write some function. Then based on this function you can call from here, and you can do something else. Or if you just want to have like a normal like a portfolio, you can just go here and you can just have like own portfolio here. Okay, but anyway, this is many things you can do from this Google app script. So whoever who doesn't want to write a code, then you can just use this one. They basically, Google Finance used to be like Yahoo Finance, but now they only supporting from this Google Sheet. Okay, next I will go to the next one. So that is more programmer. The programmer's perspective. So this is a get financial data from the NPM. This is how we can get the financial data. Okay, I can just give you the example here. So this is okay. So I'm going to the repl.it, and then from there, what I can see is, for example, right? This is the history data. I just wrote this one here. Then if I run these things, then I can see like this historical data. And then also, if I want to see like earning financial data or many things, you can just check from where was that? I think this one. Yeah, this is Yahoo. I got this NPM from this one, the Yahoo Finance. From here, what we can get is historical data and also earning. And also this one is day low, day high, what those kind of things, as well as like upgrade, downgrade of history, which is target price, right? And then also price, more detail of the price. And then for the financial data, this is a fundamental data. So normally I introduce the Python's financial data analysis here, but I can do the same things in the JavaScript. JavaScript also, they have, because like this one is coming from the Yahoo Finance, and the Yahoo Finance data, they give us like fundamental data. So from this fundamental data, you can also chase like growth rate or earning rate or profit or those stuff. Okay, so let's go to next one. And this is the one. And then what I brought here is electron. Say, what is an electron? Electron is like based on the Chromium, the technology, which we can create the desktop application. I use this one, and I'm trying to create some sample application. Eventually, it's not gonna be sample. I will just make a actual real one. I just made this one within only today. So I will just show you how it looks like. So I utilize this electron react redux boilerplate because it's easy, and also I love the react redux, and I don't have to do it like if I try to integrate everything together, then it's a bit troublesome. So I just utilizing this boilerplate. Why the boilerplate? They will just prepare for you all stuff, all this, the at least the minimum the required the library is there. So by utilizing this, and then also just now I show you that this is Yahoo Finance. I can get to the Yahoo financial data. Then this is the usage, right? So like how I can get to the price data or summary detail or the financial fundamental data or those kind of things. Just changing the part, I can get different data. Also, I'm using this React chart based on the Material UI. If you don't know about the Material UI, React is basically component based. So once you bring the component of the user interface, then you can just utilize. So all this, the component is prepared in this Material UI. Okay, so the demo. It's very basic one. I just brought here. So this is how I can see. So this is the historical data, and then I can just show the historical data in the chart. This is the chart, and also this is fundamental data, like the revenue data. And I can debug from here. I can also create the Mac and the Linux and the Windows application. Yeah, so like that. So how I do this? This is a source code. Yeah, like even though the screen looks simple, but actual source code is a lot. Yes, and the main key part here is basically like this. So what I brought is Material UI. Like I mentioned, Material UI is the component-based the library, which you don't have to write like many different user interface. You can just bring and utilize that one. And this is Yahoo financial data. Yahoo finance data, I just use this npm Yahoo finance somewhere. Yeah, this one. So from there, I just call in this get Yahoo financial data, and eventually I specify some of the date, and then I get that data here, and then set into the state, which this is the historical data. Also, I brought this earning data too. Then by doing that, this is a user interface part, which is written by the React. React is like this. So you have like this component. Under the component, you have own things. But anyway, so that's it. Mainly, this is the main point. And then by doing that, then I can see this. Yeah. So this is the one way. But one thing that I have to tell you, like preparing these things is not that simple. So if you want to go a simpler way, I can just recommend just use a Google Sheet, and also Google Sheet and then Google Finance. This one is very simple. You can also have own the portfolio based on that. And also it's kind of similar to the Microsoft Excel sheet, right? So you can just have like own the graph or your own the formula or something. Okay, so that's it for today. Yeah, so probably like what I can tell you more is maybe like yeah, but I think that's it. Yeah. Let me know if you have any question. Like you can just put a comment into the YouTube. Otherwise, I think that's it for today. Yeah, thank you so much.